next anime that we're going to talk about is Gachiakuta, the new shonen that's come out. That was also, funny enough, kind of part of that whole cycle with like Down and Sakamoto Days and Kaiju number 8, which is funny that we have all 4 of them kind of out right now, and no one's really talking about it. Again, I haven't been on the internet for about like 2 weeks, really. I've kind of taken a break. I've dabbled here and there, so I don't know if more people are talking about it, but all the manga that everyone was talking about that was supposed to be this new wave of shonen, which was Kaiju number 8, Dandadan, Sakamoto Days, and Gachiakuta, are all airing within the same season. And I feel like no one's talked about how significant that is, that these 4 shonen that are supposed to kind of pave the way for this new wave of shonen that's coming out are all coming out in the same season. Like, this is a big, significant season. I feel like not many people are talking about it. But either way, Gachiakuta is coming out with its first 2 episodes, and I am very fascinated by it. So I thought the whole world was kind of going to be dystopian in a sense, where it was like everyone's fighting for scraps, everyone's fighting for this, but it's a lot more complex than I thought it was, and I really appreciate that. Because the way the world works, it seems like there is the upper echelon where it's very clean, it's very nice, everyone is taking care of themselves, and anything that is broken immediately gets removed. It immediately gets thrown away trash. Like, we have a scene where a girl's bunny is like ripped, and they're like, oh, we just bought it, that kind of sucks. But they just immediately go and just buy a new one. And then there is the lower one where it's still sort of kind of the same, but like they have the same mentality, but they're fighting more for scraps. They're looked down upon on the upper echelon of society, but they live their day by day, and I actually don't know what the. Okay, I should know this. I don't want to say that the main character's name is Gachiakuta, because that is the most anime basic bitch thing to do. So let me go Google that real quick. I will be back. Rudo. His name is Rudo. Okay. Alright. I'm about to say, that would have been the most like I didn't watch the anime of, Gachiakuta. And you know what? I blame Naruto for that, because it's like, oh yeah, the main character Bleach, the main character One Piece, the main character Jujutsu Kaisen. No. So Rudo is the main character, and he's kind of like on the lower, where like even people in the slums kind of look against him. And I'm telling you, this boy does not get a break. Because like everyone hates his dad, everyone looks down on him. The dude that was like trying to take care of him, that boy got murdered, and then he got blamed for that murder. And then the only girl that actually kind of sort of cared about him just flipped on the switch, which I'm not gonna lie, that feels kind of shitty. Like everyone else, fine, I kind of get it. They already didn't believe in him, but like you didn't have a little bit of faith. You didn't have like the small amount of faith that something could happen. Like I get it, but also like if the dude's sitting there like trying to tell you he didn't do it, you're just gonna be like, yeah, no, you kind of suck. Not at least give like I could get it if it was like if she was like sad or heartbroken, but like she said it in like the most disgusted and like I'm just gonna be honest. I hope he gets back up there. I don't think we'll get it in season 1, but I do hope he gets back up there and he murks everybody. I have never seen a more justifiable crash out in my entire life than what that boy went through in the first episode. I'm telling you right now, if he goes up there and he's like, everyone's dying today, I am fine with that. I am so fine with that. That has to be I hope we get that one day. I don't know if it's in the manga yet, but I hope we're able to see that one day, because that would be the most justifiable crash out. And honest to God, I don't even think his dad did anything wrong. I think it's the same situation that Rudo's in. I think he got framed for something. I think they didn't believe him for something. And the same thing's happening to him. For some weird, for whatever reason, I want to see him just crash out. I want to see him crash out on the slums. I want to see him crash out on the upper echelon of society. I want to see him crash out on everyone that did not help him and support him. And especially, maybe not the girl, but that is the most justifiable crash out. So we have the upper echelon, and then we got the slums, and then there's like the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, which is the pit, which is a whole world on its own. You want to talk about like the upper echelon world being big as shit? But now that's compared to what is in the pit, and it actually seems like through some context that the pit isn't just a place where it was supposed to be like where like the dwellers go. It just kind of seems like it was a place that kind of got fucked over as a pit, but I don't think people are aware of that fact because I don't think anybody's returned from the pit. That's what it feels like. Or if they have returned, they have been murked. They got murked. They got gotten rid of. But this is where I feel like I fell in love with the world because it's just a world of fucking trash. And like again, I'm not saying I love trash, but it's so cool what they do with it. Where it's just a long wasteland of garbage. It's like terrible, and because of it, like the air is stale. The trash has gotten so bad, it just has created trash monsters. Things have just mutated. You need like a gas mask to properly survive in there. Like it's actually quite insane with that world, and I like it. I like the dynamic of all the people and how they view the epsilon. There's so much good. The only thing I'm heavily skeptical about, and it will change how I view the show, is the power system. Because the power system, it's a very loose power system. It doesn't really have like structure or natural hierarchy like you would see in like a Bleach or like a Hunter x Hunter. This one is more loose of someone who is a giver is able to give like form to like whatever object they hold or a specific object that they hold and kind of bring it to life. And we even see this in the very beginning of the first episode where I think it's Regtone, who is, I really hope his name is Regtone, but Regtone, who's taking care of Rudo, he's explaining like, oh, if you take care of your things, you go and you like cherish them, then you can bring like a soul to life. You can give them a soul if you take care of them enough and like make sure they get the attention they deserve and all that stuff, which is an urban legend he heard, but it seems like that comes true. It's just a tad different, but it could be something like that. It's super simple, but it might also be maybe select people. I'd like that to be a little bit more explored because I think the golden system, and I say golden with an asterisk because I'm not gonna lie, the final arc for that kind of threw everything out of proportion and it did a lot, but I still think that the golden system for like loose power systems is Jujutsu Kaisen, where they do have a set of rules, but those set of rules can do so many things, where it's like, oh, it has cursed energy. Some people can be manipulated by cursed energy. It just kind of depends on like how you're born and stuff like that. But it's not impossible for someone who has it to do it, like we see with like someone like Yuji or other people who were brought up like that. And because of that, and the rules that it has, the very few rules it has, you're able to do a lot with those rules. I kind of hope Gachiakuta goes down the same route of like, yes, we have rules, we have parameters, but you can still do a lot. Because we've seen the display of the powers already where the one dude that saves him when he first falls down into the pit, he has cool power, he's able to do stuff with his umbrella and stuff like that. And we also see Rudo go ahead and do like some cool fucking things with like a chain and other things. So he seems special in that regard that he can manipulate various multiple things. So I hope we get a little bit of an expanded on that. It's not just like, oh yeah, these are givers, they can do that. Okay, because that's going to really dampen how I feel about it. But if it's like, oh yeah, you're a giver by this way, a giver by that way, or maybe it's something with blood, that might lead, and I don't need all the answers now, but I need satisfying answers that can lead into satisfying results later on. But overall, dude, Gachiakuta, that shit kind of popping off. I was watching that and I'm like, dude, this is lit. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie, they put so much work into that animation. Oh, the particular scenes of him falling down, him crashing out, him just, oh, there are certain particular scenes in that anime that are so good and polished. Let me tell you, they are wonderful to watch. And honestly, I'm liking it a lot. It's only 2 episodes right now, but it's grabbing me. I'm like, ooh, and it's also simuldubbed, so I'm like, ooh, and it does a really cool detail with the eyes, and I'm like, ooh. So I hope I get more goodness from Gachiakuta.